As you can see, it is a beautiful rainy day in Slovenia and we are going on a short road trip. The car is charged almost full, 94%. Outside is only 5 degrees and the plan is that we are heading into mountains. So let's see how the battery holds up.
Daddy ordered 10.
Daddy ordered 10?
Yes, I got one extra. Yay!
Yay!
And the same cost.
Okay, so which one would you like to try? So we started in Maribor, did about, 90 kilometers. Went to stop at a nice donut place. And now before heading into the mountains, we decided just to top it up, just in case, because we're going into the mountains and it's cold. We topped it up at 70%, topping it up just to 80%. And we'll see how it goes. So the charging station is very easy. You can either register online or you use the power pass from Škoda, or a couple of others like Charge Point and Silver also work. But in general, I plugged it in, pinked the card, and everything works.
Hello. Mom,
No.
when can I watch movies?
No movies now.
Why?
You charge the car and go. Okay?
Can you just give me a phone until Daddy comes back? I'm not allowed to watch movies until Daddy comes back.
We are still driving up. We haven't reached the destination, Velika Planina, yet, but you can see that, well, car is shaking, hard to see, but it's 1 degree outside, so it's getting colder.
We are about 150 meters above sea level on Velika Planina, not exactly on top. We started the journey up the hill at about 300 meters and we drove for 45 minutes. The route is about 30 kilometers and as you can see, from 71% it fell down to 54% for that ascent. The whole ascent was about, the temperature was between 4 and now the last 20-30 minutes 1 degrees. So it was pretty cold, and now on the way down we want to see how much it's going to regenerate from 54 up, because it's pretty much a very steep decline getting back down into the valley. So we reached the bottom of the hill, about 20-25 minute drive. Up on top we had 54%, now at the bottom we have 57%, close to 58%, because we already lowered a little bit now. Means it filled up 3%, so the range went from 160 to about 200 kilometers. Also, the range is so big, the difference, because we're not climbing anymore and using so much electricity. So, yep, it works pretty well. It doesn't obviously refill as much as you put in, but it's still an extra amount of battery that you can use on the road.
Hitchhikers on the side of the road.
So after a whole day of driving, that's now the third time we're charging. We were down to 35%. Lots of mountains, lots of cold weather, and now we're charging at a Škoda charging station, which is called Hyper Power. Works with the power pass. Unfortunately, it's the second one I already tried in Slovenia. One here and one in Domžale and one in Maribor. And it's called, as I said, Hypercharge, but it's charging at 35 kilowatts, 40 if you're lucky. So to be honest, it's slower than the charging stations found in Poland next to McDonald's. So that's a little bit of a disappointment, especially since it's part of the Škoda network. So we arrived back home. It's 8 o'clock in the evening. We did 420 kilometers, did 3 charging stops. Mainly because I didn't want to have an empty car when I go tomorrow to school. The average consumption was 21.6 kilowatt hours per 100 kilometers. Average temperature was 7 degrees. Now for the rest of the way on the mountain it was 1 degree, so that probably also had a quite heavy impact on the consumption. But all in all, I think I charged for 419 in total about 85 kilowatts over 3 charges.